Yo, thank y'all for choosing to listen to the Triple Ace Podcast. This is the Triple Ace Podcast, the realest podcast on the planet. You now tuned in to Triple Ace. Let's do it. Yo. So what's good, everybody? What's good with Floyd Mayweather? I'm hearing that he's going broke. He ain't got no money no more. All that money he was showing on social media going out the window. So he got 2 fights this year, one with Mike Tyson, and then later on this year, I'm here in September, he got a fight with Pacquiao, the rematch. But I don't know, man, like how you get all that money and then you going broke. You know what I mean? You spending all that money, you showing out, you know what I mean? You buying these hoes houses and shit. You got houses in Miami, California, you name it. He donated money over across seas and shit instead of helping out his own community where he grew up from. You know what I mean? God don't like that shit. You know what I mean? And so now, because he got boxing license, he can go back in the ring. You know what I mean? You know, buy his fights like he did before. And I guess once he get his money back up, he'll announce another retirement. That's what I'm thinking. So I guess that's the type of luxury you have with the boxing license. So we already know Mike Tyson went broke, but he came out and said that, you know what I mean? But Mayweather then came out and said maybe his pride is too big for him to say, hey, I'm broke, I got to fight now. You know what I mean? But if he did blow all that money, then he proved 50 Cent right. He's a stupid motherfucker. So he can't read, like 50 Cent said. You know what I mean? And you got all that money. You got all that money, and you failed as a father because your daughter ain't shit. And the reason why she doing what she do because she basically living off your money. You know what I mean? And she got with young boy that's on his 13th child right now from another female. And that's why I say niggas that got kids, man, like, well, not kids, but niggas that got daughters, it's a fucking a curse. You know what I mean? Getting a daughter is a fucking curse. You know what I mean? You're supposed to raise them up. Well, that's what happens when you ain't in their life. You know what I mean? Mayweather got all that money, wasn't in that girl's life. And I think that's the reason why she act the way she act. So all this, she get that from her mother's side. You know what I mean? By being a whore, getting with these fuck niggas, you know what I mean? Having kids, being a single mother, you know, all that shit. So yeah, I'm gonna blame you, Mayweather. You failed as a father, and I really don't think you care, buddy. I really don't think you care. But, so, if you are broke, let's start selling them houses, man. Come out. You know what I mean? I know that ain't your thing to do. You Money Mayweather, you know what I mean? If you come out, it's gonna make you look bad. But you're already looking bad, man. Nobody never thought you would come back doing boxing. So now you looking bad, buddy. So he got 2 fights this year. Big up. Hope you make that money back. I think you owe the IRS some money. That could be it too. Other than that, hey. So I'm switching up the topics. Let's talk about social media. So if you got kids, you know what I mean? I'm talking about like little kids, whatever, you know what I mean? Keep them kids off of social media, man. Because nowadays females that be on social media, not only they naked, but they saying some crazy shit on there, man. I seen one video where this kids, man, like I'm talking about, like they got to be like in elementary school or something like that, and they running a threesome on this chick. You know what I mean? And I'm like, God damn, boy, the world done changed, man. The world is fucked up. So, I mean, you already got guns and shit going to school, but now these little kids, man, they having sex like grown adults. And I'm saying, damn, they must be seeing, like, every app you go to, whether Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, it don't matter. Like, you guarantee you go see a naked bitch on there showing her ass, showing her pussy. They getting bold, man. Like, back then, you know, on social media, they had that shit cracked. You know what I mean? To the T, you couldn't do that. But now, I don't know how the hell they getting in the algorithm. They showing everything. It got to a point where, shit, you don't have to put on porn no more to see ass. You know what I mean? This shit is everywhere. So, if you can see it, you know damn well them kids can see it. And then you already know some kids, they already got phones, iPhone 17, and they already in elementary school. So it's easy for them to pop the app open and like, hey, you mean? So Bill Gates, the founder of Microsoft, Bill motherfucking Gates. So Bill Gates came out and said he had an affair with 2 Russian models. So the 2 Russian models, those the one that gave him STDs. So after he caught the STDs, he went home and gave it to his wife. But he tried to hide it. He tried to make her take the medication without her knowing what the fuck he got. And all this came out because of the Epstein files. You know what I mean? So this basically told everybody, though Epstein files was in there, it is true. Because he admitted the shit. So he had an affair on his first wife. So I don't think that was the reason why she left him, though. You know what I mean? Because, you know, Bill Gates, the richest man at one point, he got all that fucking money. But with a person with a mind frame like that, inventing, you know, software for the computer, you would think he'll move a little smarter. You know what I mean? You don't see a high value man like Bill Gates, you know what I mean, fucking up like that, you know what I mean? And this right here is crazy, man. It's kind of shocking, but a little crazy. Because, you know, you expect people like that to move a little different. You know, they got all that money in the world. They got a business that everybody uses to this day. So, you know, risk it all, you know, tricking on your wife is kind of crazy. You know what I mean? So, I think he learns the lessons, but I don't know why he need to come out and admit it. You know what I mean? All right, switching up the topic. So, as a kid, right, me and my brother, we came up during the struggle, right? You know what I mean? And so in Lake Worth, right, we used to do dumb shit. Ain't gonna lie, we used to do a lot of dumb shit. So, you know, as a kid, well, you know, juveniles, whatever, you don't think. You know, you just do whatever stupid shit. So, me and my brother, man, we used to wake up like early in the morning and we used to steal bikes. You know what I mean? So not only we used to steal bikes, we used to put we used to spray paint the motherfuckers, right? So anybody that trying to find the bikes, they won't know who got it, you know what I mean? That we used to spray paint the bikes. But we used to do, like, not only steal the bikes, we used to strip them bitches down for parts and put them on other bikes and stuff like that. I know every black kid in the ghetto did that shit, you know what I mean? But we was young, you know what I mean? We do young, stupid shit. So, you don't think until you get older, like, damn, man, I did a lot of crazy shit. So, I remember one night we stayed out late, you know what I mean? You know how it is, you don't supposed to be staying out late, especially young kid, you got school in the morning. And so my brother had a girlfriend, right, and she worked at John Smith Subs. So we used to go there at night. Well, actually, we got in trouble because we were following behind him. So we were following behind our big brother. So my mom, she done called our ass, like, what y'all doing over here, you know what I mean? Get your ass home now, you know what I mean? So we were like, oh, shit. So, so she was like, get your ass home now, you know what I mean? But we didn't give a fuck because our belly was full. You know, John Smith Subs, they got the meatball and shit in there, man. We was having a blast, bro, eating. But she tore our ass up, though, when we got home, though, you know what I mean? So, you know, if anybody out there, you know, y'all can comment, you know what I mean? What's y'all, like, childhood like? What's the stupid shit y'all did as a kid, man? Like, I can't believe I can still remember that shit, you know what I mean? Then, especially, like I said, we used to go out there, play football, play basketball, you know, everything outside. You don't see that no more. And then, as a kid, man, I used to love wrestling, man. I used to love wrestling, boy. My granddad used to get on my ass, hey, clean up the house or something, you know, do something. You know what I mean? But I used to love that damn wrestling. Stone Cold was my favorite. You know what I mean? So I think that's everybody's favorite. But and then you used to be with your homeboys outside on the trampoline and shit. And then y'all end up fighting, you know what I mean, doing wrestling stuff on the trampoline. I had some fun, man, as a kid. And then everybody used to wait for, like, the ice cream truck. You know the ice cream truck coming because you hear that bitch a mile away. Like, oh, shit, let me go get some money. Because, you know, back then, Little Dilly was, like, 25 cents. Like, damn, dog, that shit crazy how time fly. Like, you can get so much stuff with $1. You know what I mean? Now, shit don't matter, man. Like, you got to have money now. But yeah, man, as a kid, man, you do a lot of dumb shit that you look back now and be like, damn, how in the hell, you know, I did that shit, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make any sense when you go older. But I guess that's, yeah, so, you know how, like, as a kid, you get in trouble, you get in trouble in school, you know what I mean? And then, you know how, like, a chick that you like, whatever, you used to write her a letter and hope that she say yes on it. You know, we did, if you think about it, we did a lot of stupid shit as a kid. A lot of stupid shit. So I guess that's how the human brain works. You do a lot of stupid shit as a kid. And then when you get older in life, you look back on it like, damn, I did all that. The hell I was thinking. And then you know how, like, you in school, you being bad in class, you know, the teacher will put you in the corner and put you in timeout, have you looking at the wall. Man, I did like a lot of crazy shit as a kid, man. You know what I mean? Shit, running from the police, you know what I mean? Stealing people's bikes, spray painting the bikes, you know what I mean? That's stupid shit. Get my ass whooped, coming home late, you know what I mean? Like, he did a lot of crazy shit as a kid, you know what I mean? Like, I know people out there can relate, you know what I mean? I know I ain't the only one that did a lot of crazy shit as a kid. Got into fights, being suspended. You know, I was a bad little kid, man. What can I say? I grew up without a father. So I did like a lot of crazy shit then, but it's funny how you go from that and then to like being a teenager, you know what I mean, and your whole mind frame changed. All right, switching up the story. So about 2 or 3 years ago, everybody know I'm a truck driver, so I drive trucks for a living. So I was working for this one company 2 or 3 years ago. So I'm driving down the highway, right? Highway 95. And so I just came out of South Carolina up into North Carolina. So I goes, you know how you how you got oncoming traffic coming onto the highway. So I move over to the left lane, right? And then I waited till the right lane is clear. So I gets back over in the right lane, put my signal lights on and all that shit, right? So I get back over to the right lane, and next thing you know, like less than a second or two, I'm looking in the driver mirror. The dude hit the back of the semi-trailer, and then I'm seeing his fucking truck. It's like a movie, you know what I mean? Like that bitch bent to the side. I'm like, what the fuck? So that shit was crazy, man. So I pulled over, and then of course his shit was in the ditch. His shit was like totally lost after he hit that damn semi. I'm like, damn. So luckily nobody didn't get hurt, you know what I mean? So I waited for a little minute inside the cab, whatever, the truck. So he comes up to the passenger side and be like, hey man, you cut me off, man. You hit me. Can you drop me off home? I said, what? I said, bro, we gotta stay here till the cops come. You know what I mean? Like, you know, this truck got cameras and shit. You know what I mean? I can't help you. So I told him I can't help him, man. You know, I can't take you home. I can't leave the crime scene. That's against the law. So right then and there, I called the cops because I realized he didn't call the cops. So I'm telling the police, hey man, I think the dude was drunk. It's something wrong with him because he wanted me to take him home, and I think you need to check him out. You know what I mean? So, make the long story short, this dude here taking the shit to court. So I get home and I check my mailbox. They sent me a letter telling me, oh, I got a subpoena letter saying I got to go to court. I was like, oh man, like ain't this some bullshit? So I don't think he's gonna win the case. How the hell you gonna win that case? Because if my semi truck hit your shit, my front, the front head of it would have been fucked up. So we go see how this shit go in court, brother. But you ain't gonna win it. You know what I mean? They got cameras in the truck. Plus I got pictures, and on my statement I said what I said. So I will see you in court, buddy. So, other than that, that's all I got. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Triple A Show. Thank you for the support. Make sure y'all like this podcast. Let me know where y'all listening to this podcast at. And I'm going to holler at y'all on the next one. And till then, stay safe. Peace. Thank y'all for tuning in to Triple A Show, the best show, the realest show ever. Peace. See y'all in the next one.